Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So earlier this month, Aximmetry has made some major changes with the licensing of their products. So if you go to the Aximmetry website right now and go to the pricing, features and prices page, you will see that now there are only two options available. You can go for the broadcast and film option, which is paid, or you could get the free studio version. So the first major change that you would probably notice is that now there are no more options for the professional version. We had it before, now it's not there anymore. It's been discontinued. And the other big change is that now the software isn't divided into the two versions you had before. So previously, you could purchase Aximmetry SE or single engine, where you would be using Aximmetry's native renderer. Or you could purchase Aximmetry DE or dual engine, where you could use Aximmetry's native engine and you could also use Unreal's engine. And just in case you didn't know, if you buy the broadcast and film license right now, this would be the same as the previous Aximmetry Broadcast DE version. So for me personally, I'm happy with this change because now I no longer have to explain to people the difference between Aximmetry SE and Aximmetry DE. Thank you, Aximmetry. But unfortunately, I'm happy with it, but not everybody will be happy with it. Some of you might even be a little pissed with this change. But most of all, based on the chats and texts I've been receiving all of last week, a lot of you are just a little bit confused with what's going on. So that's the reason why I'm making this video. I'm gonna try to answer some of the common inquiries that I've been getting, and hopefully by the end of it, clear things up a little bit for you guys. All right, so the most common question I've been getting is, I own a professional Aximmetry license. What's going to happen to it? All right, if you own a Aximmetry professional license, you purchased a lifetime license. So you will be able to keep it forever. You will be able to use it forever, or at least until the AI takes over the world and wipes this all out. Now, let's talk about the maintenance side of it. And I'm going to give you guys a very, very clear example. So I actually purchased a Aximmetry Professional DE license last month, just like 1 week before the big change. And when I did the purchase, it included a 1-year warranty or maintenance period, which means that I will be able to update my software until August of 2026. And whichever version Aximmetry will be on at that date, that will be the last version I will be able to update to. So what happens after that? I won't be able to extend my maintenance period after that because the license has been phased out. I will have two options. One, I upgrade to the new broadcast and film, right? But if you don't want to, you could stay in whichever version that is and just use that if you're comfortable with it. Now, I'm going to tell you guys something, and this is a fact, and Aximmetry will probably not be so happy with me saying this, but it will actually prove that I'm not biased on this subject. I have some friends who are still using Aximmetry DE with Unreal Engine 5.0. I have some friends who are still on 5.1. Why? Well, because for their production, they have no reason to update. So again, people are using Aximmetry so many different ways, right? For broadcast, some for film, some, even for broadcast, some are using it for podcasts, some are using it for esports, for sports, whatever. So many different use cases. So not everyone actually needs all the latest features, right? But if you absolutely need to upgrade to the latest version, that's okay. Here's what you can do. And before I continue, this is also valid if you're not currently an Aximmetry user and you want to buy Aximmetry but don't need all the broadcast features. Or if you're an existing user and want to buy additional licenses, maybe you're getting new machines, you need more machines and you want to buy extra licenses, but you don't actually need all those Aximmetry broadcast features, you don't need the tracking, and you don't need like all those extra SDI and DI inputs. Because I noticed that some of you are having a sentiment that goes a little bit like this. I don't need all the broadcast edition features, so why should I pay so much money for it? Well, you don't have to. And again, here's what you can do. Right now, you can go right ahead back to the Aximmetry website and get the studio free version. All right, give me a chance to explain. No matter what you're doing with Aximmetry, whatever industry you're in, for me, there are only two types of user. One, someone who is using Aximmetry daily. You have a regular content that you need to do. Maybe it's a podcast, maybe it's a YouTube channel, maybe you're a TV station. So you're a daily user. Or you're a by project user, right? Maybe you're a production that accepts projects. Maybe you have 2, 3, 4 projects in a month, big projects, and you're not using it daily, right? So there's only these two types of users, basically. So for those of you who are using Aximmetry daily, regularly, so if you get the studio version, and I'm going to change this to dollars, and yes, it's watermarked, but it will only cost you $199 a year to get rid of the watermark. And if you need extra SDI ports, it's $249 a year. That's $448 a year. That's not so bad, right? For a studio that's using Aximmetry professionally daily. And the silver lining is, with this approach, you don't have to pay maintenance fee. Previously, if you owned a professional account, if you wanted to update your version, you had to have a maintenance plan. If your maintenance plan expired, you couldn't update, and then you had to pay to, extend your maintenance plan. With the studio version, it's a free version. You can always update it for free. Now, if you're the other type of user that uses Aximmetry by project, this is even a sweeter deal. Here's why. Same thing. You get the free studio version. You work on your project, you prepare the set and all that. And then, when you're actually going to do your broadcasts or your shooting day for your film, then you get the monthly no watermark subscription or the SDI monthly rental. Even sometimes maybe you won't need the SDI rental. So you could just get the no watermark rental. And, you could include this in the fee you're charging your client for the project. So your client's paying for the subscription, not you. Isn't that great? So the way I look at it, and this is just my opinion, Aximmetry, by making these changes, has made the software even more accessible. It's now more flexible. I mean, why would you need to pay for NDI if you're not going to use it? Why pay for SDI if you're not going to use it? It's nice to just be able to just pay for exactly what you need. Now, some of you are going to be like, yeah, but it's pushing us towards a subscription model. We hate subscriptions. We have enough subscription. We don't want any more subscriptions. I hate subscriptions, But if you would just take a minute and take a look at the numbers and do the calculations, I believe that you will find that Aximmetry is still the most accessible software offering what it's offering in our industry right now. No? Prove me wrong. Write in the comment. If you find another software offering the same quality as Aximmetry at this price range, leave me a link in the comments, man. I'll check it out right now. So anyway, that's my 2 cents on the matter. My opinions. Please don't hate. Hopefully, I may have helped some of you out there who are a little bit confused about these changes. And I'll catch you guys in the next one.